Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching You. This is episode 6 of season 3. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. We are getting close towards the end now, so I'm really excited to see how things do pick up, because last episode was very interesting actually. You know, we did see the episode prior, Joe and Love was sat in a therapy session and he was discussing how Joe doesn't have many friends. He doesn't really engage into society, just really stays secluded in that home and spends most of his time at his library. He says yes, he has friends, but does he have friends that are not part of the work environment? No, he doesn't. And when the chance arose for him to go and spend some time with Kara and the rest of the guys in the woods, Love jumped and, told him to go, and that is what he did. Obviously, he was reluctant to go, just the way Joe is stropping about going there. But while he was there speaking to a few of them, they were saying this is like revolutionary for them. You know, they come out here, they do it once a year. It makes them feel like a man again. It makes them feel powerful, and they discussed that, every time they've come out, they've first time anyway, they've all let out a cry and they've felt like they've become closer together as a unit. Now what was really interesting is Kerry obviously had some rules. He was saying like, when you're here, no phones, we only eat what we kill, and no shirts. So they're all shirtless and they all went for a run. Oh, and he had another rule that obviously if you have a disagreement, you fight it out. So him and Joe was paired up. They went out for a run. He ran into the trees and grabbed a squirrel. He wanted Joe to kill him, kill the squirrel. Joe couldn't do it. He refused. Kerry just snapped its neck and threw it on the floor. And then obviously because they had a disagreement, he wanted to fight it out with Joe. So they did start having a scrap. He's obviously way bigger than Joe, but Joe managed to push him and he banged his head and it looked like he fell off like a little cliff. And obviously towards it looked like he died. Well, I was saying surely he's not died, but obviously the way the show is, we perceived him to be dead. Then we skipped to a next scene. Joe was panicking. He was dragging his body. He wasn't trying to hide it, actually. He brought it back to camp where everybody else was there. Joe was like, what, panicking, trying to give him mouth to mouth. Carey started laughing. He was playing dead, mate. He was like, I'm henchman. I'm solid. Do you think this will kill me? Popped his shoulder back into place. Then he said, Joe's a monster. He's an absolute animal. And he started clapping him and giving him a big hug. Joe let out a cry and done exactly what the guy said to him before. Felt manly, felt powerful, released all of this energy, all the feelings that he's had inside of him, and become one and united as a friendship group. So it's really interesting, what happened to the other guys actually happened to Joe as well. And he come back feeling refreshed and he was loving it. While all this was going on though, Love was still with Theo. It's interesting, he's still engaging in her life. He's still making like advances and approaches. He's still going to her work and speaking to her, and he's still texting. And he got arrested, and she texted Love, can he come pick her up? She went and done that, and it turns out he was arrested for using an electric scooter. Love had never done it before. He asked, did you want a ride? Of course she wanted to. So they went for it. He was going out in the park or whatever. Both of them on the scooter together. They ended up crashing, falling on the floor. He ended up confessing that the reason why he's flunking in school is not because like anything to do with Natalie and not because of anything to do with his friends. It's because he's actually got Love in his head and he can't get her out, and that is all he's thinking about. Love started to engage with him, she started kissing with him, and then they slept with each other. Very interesting. So Love did actually cheat on Joe. While this was happening, her mum was actually ringing her as well to tell her that Henry was taking his first steps, and Love actually missed it because she was spending time with Theo, cheating on Joe. And very, very interesting. I would never have thought Love would be the one to actually cheat in a relationship. It's always been Joe so far. Now, Joe did return home, said that he feels like refreshed and, revitalised, and that he loves Love. And, they ended up having like some amazing sex and stuff like that. So you could tell that this trip really did help Joe. Now, Joe doesn't actually know she's seen Theo and she slept with him, but he is still creeping on his friend, boss, whatever you want to call that work. Is it MARIENNE? At the end of the episode, he managed to plant some sort of chewing gum around, the door of the bakery, so it set the alarm off because it wasn't really shut properly. He volunteered to go and go and do it. So he went, he took the gum away, waved at the camera to Love, like everything's all fine, managed to lock up, it's not a burglary. Then he got in his car and he went and followed MARIENNE. So back to his creepy ways, mate. That's all it took. A couple of episodes and Joe back to stalking, but Love's cheated as well, so that's very interesting. And I can't wait, obviously, to see how the season goes, because I'm expecting Joe to go after Theo and take him out. So I'm really excited. Thanks for watching today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump in to episode 6 of season 3 of You. I'm actually really interested with the story with him. Oh, she's been beaten up by somebody.
If you look up klutz in the dictionary, there's a picture of me.
Oh. Here's what I've learned about you in the last few days. You're whimsical and artsy. You don't like things that go together too perfectly. Adventurous. You're at home in chaos. But something tells me not by choice. No, this is not why I'm here. I'm here to figure out why I'm here. Why you?
Always happens. He's always in the house when they return.
Okay, great.
Home early. It's very unusual for you. My wife. I deserve this.
Oh, Daddy's still working.
She's the best wife ever. While I'm doing this.
No way, man. Imagine that shit. Oh. That's brutal. Also, I can picture is Joel killing her and the baby. Like, if she's pregnant. That's all I can... It's called W.O.M.B as well, this episode. Oh, imagine. I could just picture Joel savagely killing her and the kid me. No fucking... You know what I mean? Not even thinking twice about it. Now, what's funny is Joel breaks into every single person's house that he fancies or whatever. You know what I mean? He's done it in Beck's, done it in Love's, done it in... Now he's doing it in MARIENNE's. But, like, the thing is, he goes in and then he acts like he don't want to take anything. Like he didn't want to fix that tap there. But he'll steal some underwear, which he clearly knows that she was wearing. And she's probably like, where have these gone? You know, that's more obvious than... Oh, the tap stopped dripping now. And what he done under the sink would not stop a dripping tap. It wouldn't. You would have to change the seal inside the tap head. But interesting anyway.
Dad, hey, what? Hi. What happened to Tokyo? You said you were going to be away till next month.
Yeah, team's wrapping things up, so.
Congrats on your sudden ability to delegate. Did you want to ask why I'm here?
What happened at school?
School. Decided to take some time off.
I've got stuff I gotta do inside.
Yo, the guy is always busy, innit?
For sure.
He actually is always busy though. Even when Joe and Love come round. Yo, I can't get out of my head that she's getting killed.
Remember when we crashed Dad's beloved Maserati? We were all banged up, but we knew better to suffer in silence than let him know what we did. Cheated on my soulmate. What's wrong with me, 40?
Do you know what I like? She's sending 500 texts and that's how I do it.
Theo's baby.
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
Oh, fucking you don't think, mate?
I need you.
Oh, I love this song, mate. Lord.
That will get your attention, all right? According to all the rom-coms, I need your advice, because you're like the only person that I actually trust. So my dad's back, and he's already sequestered in his office.
Your dad is grieving, Theo. It's a roller coaster, it doesn't really end. Just try to see where he's coming from.
The guy's full on, isn't he, though? He's actually full on.
Deserve this?
That was funny, that. I actually love that
Is this
song.
new baby a gift or a punishment? I don't deserve him.
I don't deserve her. She's making food so I'm nourished all weekend, and here I am counting the minutes till she's gone so I can follow you. Mother of my child. Love of my life. And my job as a husband and a father is to keep it that way.
Your mind's on nothing but your wife. All the time.
Ah, she's gonna be thinking of him now.
Come show me.
Gotta say it though, say it all the time. This show sells a good sex scene. They make it look so good. They don't like make it look, I don't know, fake. They do it well. Also, what do you think of the word moist? I actually like the word moist. Like, well, I get it as well, man. Like, the only situation I think of the word moist is that situation there. But it's funny when people say it. It makes me laugh.
I appreciate you taking this meeting with me face to face. I always like to know I can put you in a headlock when I'm not getting through to you. I would appreciate if you tell me before you hire an investigator to look into your wife's case that's already closed. Interesting to me is your neighbor, the baker, Quinn of the LA Quinns, meaning she probably already has her own PIs who probably already know what you're up to. I just spent 6 months trying to put some light between this company and words like marital affair, murder.
Different lanes.
Yeah, well, I'm not disappearing your ass back to Tokyo while I spend another 6 putting out more fires you've lit.
Different fucking lanes.
I mean, this will cost not just you, but every person who works for you. You'll destroy lives for nothing.
Oh, I want him to keep digging me. I'm well interested to see what he's finding out.
Maybe I'll actually get some answers this weekend. God, I hope.
Changing lives is my passion. That's why I bought Casa Gaia Vineyard. Women Optimizing Motherhood and Business Summit will set a path into the future. Hashtag WOMB.
That was perfection. I'm just gonna check this file and airdrop you, but the internet is pretty slow. Can you post this?
Do you know what, right? I did used to say that Sherry was annoying, but like when she's not slagging people off, I think she's quite funny because to play that sort of character, people, I mean, some people are naturally her personality, but like to play it, I bet if she spoke in real life, she'd be like me speaking, and then she plays this like bubbly flamboyant. Good acting. It's good acting. That's why I kind of smile every time she's on the screen, even though like some of the stuff she does is really annoying.
Trust me, come Monday, you will be the picture of relaxation. What's that?
I'm good.
Not pregnant, are you?
Keep it together. She smells fear.
I'm just on like a mini detox.
Joe's or that neighbor
Mom,
kids?
keep your voice down.
Yeah, man.
I have seconds before kickoff. We'll finish this later.
Your work face, giving nothing away.
Where's Narnia?
Oh, that's in Kidlit. You see that tree over there?
Thank you.
Get that through the wardrobe.
Marianne asked me to take care of the overdue notices. Was that at the desk here? Her office.
Okay. It doesn't exactly scream skeletons, but then neither do you.
Why do people never have passwords on the computers?
Recovery. This is a surprise. Child endangerment? Neglect? Abuse? This can't be right. You're a mess. I have a loving wife, a son. I can't have anything to do with your planet of red flags.
Tarnished marriage that would take so much work to heal, a family that consumed me. I deserved better. And all at once, I knew what that looked like. And so I started writing. And eventually I started my own company, and it was hard.
Okay, if you're supposed to be giving us the secret of joy,
What is it?
because I don't really hear you saying what a 21st century professional mother is supposed to do to find happiness.
Is it possible that you don't want to succeed? That you feel guilty for everything that you have and you sabotage your own happiness? I would suggest a look inward and read my book.
So I can read more about your narcissistic climb to success when, poof, you suddenly discovered you were deserving. Sorry.
Oh, we've already moved on.
And it's never too late to turn the day around.
Sherry had the brilliant idea. We do a little IGTV interview with each other, and
We want you to be a part of it.
I'm at the WOMB Summit with Sherry Conrad. Last but not least, love Quinn Goldberg. Possibly another edition on
Oh
the
my
way.
god. Mom, can you give us a second?
Oh, Mom, I just...
No, seriously, get the fuck out.
In it? How she just said that out with her? Sure, not a live stream.
Could you do that? You're the reason 40 and I are so fucked up.
Says the princess who was given all the mattresses in the world to sleep on and still complains she can feel a pee. Your choice to fuck the neighbor boy and blow up your life has nothing to do with me and has everything to do with you being spoiled and bored.
I'm liking that conversation. You know what I liked about that is Love kind of has a little bit of a point with her and 40 in the upbringing that her mum gave her. You know, it wasn't the best and it did probably have a ripple effect or, you know, some sort of way to fashion who she is today. But what's happening right now is it's all her own doing. Do you know what I mean? Like she was saying, you're a princess in the high castle with everything and you just want more. You're the one that's destroying it. I like it. It was a good conversation, that, actually. You know, when Dottie was introduced as well, yeah, I've done the same with Sherry. I wasn't a big fan of them. But, like, the more and more and more I see them, the more less and less, you know, like, the more that opinions actually decreases. Like, Sherry currently, after the first 2 episodes, I don't mind her. I actually don't mind her. And her mum as well. I actually... She's not too bad. She's not been bad this season. Anyway, this season. Is she having a period? Big fat win for her, that, though. Give me that bottle. Yeah, mate. Maybe Theo gets in this investigation. Maybe this is what helps them bond.
Almost ready to go, Goldberg?
Yeah, you go ahead. I'll close up.
Actually, do me a favor and stay down there a sec, okay? Get your hands off me!
No, hey, no, we're not done. Hey! I'm Ryan Goodwin. If I look familiar, Channel 3 News. You know, exes. But the respect's there.
Don't look at her. Just go.
I didn't ask for your help. What part of stay out of it did you not understand?
Was that too hard?
You're a pattern. What I feel, it's not because you're special. It's, wait for it, it's mother issues.
I like it. He's got a little reflection here. We got one of Love last episode as well. Well, I did anyway, about how she is and the personality for broken people. She better not text Theo.
I hate you too. For leaving me with her, you should have just eaten me in the womb, 40.
Oh, what?
You just answer me? What the fuck?
40? Yes, I'm happy, man. I liked 40. He's a good personality.
So wasted. I'm always here.
Just call my name and
I'll be there.
I can't help but wondering maybe another baby would calm me down, focus me a little.
First of all, no. I mean, I get it though. That kid is pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of me.
I fell so in love with Joe. I don't even like him anymore. That's not how your soulmate's supposed to make you feel, right?
You're not happy because Joe isn't your soulmate. I am. Don't be sorry for surviving. You were the strong one, and you always know it was gonna turn out this way.
Do you know what? I really like that scene between them. Like, and Forty's personality is so dominant. Like, he's actually such a massive character. Like, it was a shock last season when he died. You know, it fit really well. But, like, I kind of wish that he was in this season. Now I see him, I realise how much I missed him, and that's crazy. He's actually such a good cat. I really like Telly as well. You know, we started off the season with Joe giving her a bit of money or sending it, trying to. I would like to see where her character is. What's she doing? You know, will she make an appearance in this one? And how is she successful? Is she in film school now? You know, again, another one. Like I was saying, like with the personality with Sherry and how like she's a good actress because I bet in real life she's different. It's the same with him. Have you seen him in real life as well? Sometimes, yeah. He actually has really long hair, not like long like mine, but much longer than that. He looks like a totally different person as well when he doesn't have his beard. It's well interesting to see how people proper embrace a character and they make it their own, because I don't know if you see Rosa Diaz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Her real voice in real life is absolutely crazy. It sounds nothing like her. She's the one that voiced the girl in Encanto, the main character. It sounds nothing like Rosa. It's crazy how good actors people are.
Mommy issues. I can't believe it's taking me this long. I'm growing.
Hey, what?
Hey, it's an emergency. I'm sorry for calling so late.
Yo, the guy's not done something to the library, has he?
Sprinkler system malfunctioned.
Oh, it was him.
I'm trying to get somebody to look at it now. Thousands of books are destroyed.
It'll be fine.
Choosing to believe you.
Yo, I can't believe it. I reckon that guy's actually done something to the sprinkler system, me.
Is about books.
My ex-husband brings out my worst.
When you've been worked on for so long, you never know you're done.
Jericho Brown. You know his work?
What am I doing using my old games on you? I'm not this guy anymore. The way you handle those books. The care. Only a mother. Oh, there. Yeah. Okay. Stop. But just to pass the time.
Yeah, nothing in this world beats the feeling of looking at your child and knowing you're watching someone grow up better than you. What's Henry like?
Oh, he's a terrorist. He's adorable. Sweet. I had this idea of happily ever after. I want what's best for my son. I'm just worried that this suburban cookie-cutter existence isn't...
Raising kids is a whole different game once you've gone through the system. As soon as you told me you didn't come from money, all of a sudden I can just see it on you. I never stopped thinking my mom would show up and save me.
I held on to that same hope. Got my ass kicked regularly. I never talk about this with anyone, not even love.
Oh, she's made.
Despite her best intentions, she could only understand to a point.
What happened with Ryan? I would like to know how someone who treats you like that could have custody of your child.
Do you reckon she went to slap Ryan and she might hit the kid or something? That's why she got like an assault thing or something.
When Juliet was a baby, one night I sailed through a red light. The other driver was very seriously hurt. That disaster and the fact that he got clean before I did is how Ryan got full custody. So when he accuses me of child neglect for not showing up for my visitation, they believe him. Even when I swear he gave me the wrong address. Everyone believes him. Everyone takes his word over mine because...
He's a celebrity.
Who am I?
Somebody should stop him.
I volunteer happily.
Well, I am working on it. I just met a new lawyer for dinner last night. I was sure Ryan could never find us. I would grab Juliet and run to Paris.
You're nothing like my mother. You adore your child, and she should be with you.
Oh.
Oh.
Please, no.
Oh, what's a coincidence? He's gonna kiss him in the rain anyway. Everybody loves a good rain kiss. He might not have wrecked the books then. It might have actually been accidental. Oh. It's just stopped.
Love is gonna kill you.
Do you know what? Right. Obviously, I blame Joe. Guy's married. You know, shouldn't be doing that. Same way I blamed Love last episode, or the one before, wherever it was, when she slept with Theo. But I also blame the people that are engaging with them when they know that they're in a relationship. They're just as bad, you know. Like, I could never blame Joe as much, like, more than I blame Marianne. But I think they're both the same. Like, she knows. To be honest, I always sway in the side of like the people that. So like Marianne, I would say that she was worse than Joe, but I can't do that because they both doing the same thing. But because she knows that he's in a relationship with, you know, got a wife and a kid, she shouldn't be advancing, but then he shouldn't be accepting it either, you know. So this is why I give them both equal discredit, credit, whatever you want to call, blame, because they shouldn't be doing that. But that's the same with Theo and Love in the last one. He's consistently engaging, constantly. Now, like Theo, he made me laugh before when he had that radio standing outside the house. You know, I did think it was funny. But again, man, he's non-stop, constantly putting, not pressure on Love, but he's constantly on Love, texting, talking, ringing, standing outside, visiting, you know, saying stuff, making her feel sympathy for him. He's kind of like, he's the one, like, yes, he's engaging, but he's always instigating. He's always there, pushing it. So he's just as bad.
Haven't really been yourself this weekend.
Hmm.
You really pregnant?
This is a hangover. I'm just not happy. No one who tries to love you really measures up when you're a twin.
Carrie and I, we had some fundamental problems. Ugh, I didn't even like him for a while there. When you're happy and healthy, then you can make real choices. And that includes choosing your life mate.
You're 40.
My opinion's well changed on
You've
there.
been
I'm
my best
liking her
friend
now.
since before we were born. But I can't keep holding back because I miss you. Just say goodbye. For real this time.
Oh, that one's deep. The full delete contact. I would have just delete the text.
You drunk dialed me at like 4 a.m.
I'm sorry. I don't remember that happening.
Oh, wow. So my dad is like a lot worse than I thought. I went into his office and he hired a PI to stalk people.
Wait for you outside, beautiful.
Oh, I wonder how Joel's going to act now. Like, the guy didn't do anything wrong here, but he must know that he's the one that gave the marks.
I have to. He gets mad at you and he hurts you. There are a lot of bad men out there. And sometimes you can't tell until it's too late.
Yeah, he was speaking from a life experience. How old is he? 11, 12?
Can we talk?
We have a lot to do today.
If you want to forget what happened, go back to business as usual, but I can't go back. It's only a matter of time before I'm making treasure boxes for Love to find.
And we were just exhausted and caught up in the moment and haven't done anything to hurt Henry.
I know. I'd never get in the way of you getting your family back. I would never hurt Juliet.
We can't do this.
I know.
Shit. I've never felt more clear-headed. But I do need time to figure out what I'm gonna do about Love. I'll never let anyone hurt you. I will stay ahead of her this time.
Theo told me that Matthew hired a PI to look into people.
Okay, so what does he have?
I don't know, but I may be able to find out. Pretend like he had a chance. You know, like 19-year-olds will do anything if they think sex is on the table.
I trust you. We are a team.
What? My suggestion of swingers, open relationship. He's fucking, they're mad out there. Both of them are absolutely crazy. Like, it's interesting. I said it a couple episodes back, that an open relationship for these would be perfect. You know, they've got Henry. They're not too bad together. Like, in terms of like, when she's not focusing, say, on Theo, when she's not got her distraction and he's not got his distraction, they're okay as a team and they do get on and they do like each other. But they also, because they constantly keep getting feelings and wanting to help other people and attracted and all that, they do get distracted and they fall out of chemistry, I would say. They go through patches where they both just like absent, or they both don't engage much, or you could tell that there's some sort of friction between them, where like if they was just free, it'd be all right, because you see it in this episode when they slept together, they had great sex, but she was thinking of him, he was thinking of her, but it would still work, because if everything was open and in the air and free, then they could do that as much as they want and still get on and have a happy life, you know. Like, everybody's different, aren't they? People would be like, open marriage, no chance. Other people love it. And maybe that is a way that these can keep their relationship free, open, and literally true. They can be expressful. They can tell each other how they're feeling, what they want to do. You know, if she was like, look, mate, I want to go over to Fields. I'm going to chill with him. We're going to, you know, do this and that. And she's like, you go and, you know, you got to spend some time with Marianne. Go for it. I'm not going to judge you. Do whatever you want. And then come back and spend time together. Now, like I said, some people would absolutely write that off. Like, that's no chance. That's not a relationship. Other people, though, disagree. People have that as a relationship. People do have open marriages. So I'm interested to obviously see how it goes. I feel like Love is doing the right thing and going over there. She was speaking from a position where she's not slept with Theo. She's not kissed him. She's not had all this, like I say, attention from him. She's not drunk dialed him. And she was speaking from a point of view where she's just found out what she's just found out, and she's just suggested to Joe, should I make him think that he's got a chance so I can go over there and get more information? It'd be absolutely perfect, because that is a fantastic plan. Joe, when he's looking at it, he's thinking, yeah, mate, that's decent. If he knew what was going on, he'd be fuming. He'd be going over there, he'd probably try and kill Theo. And that's what's interesting, because I feel like she's doing it as well. Like, she is doing it from a logical, trying to save her own ass, but I feel like she's using it as well so that she can spend more time with Theo, because she actually does like him. Because like he said, subconsciously in the back of her mind, she must be thinking about him. And she is, because we've just seen it when she slept with Joe. So, I don't know what I'm thinking somebody else is going to die this season, right? But I'm still trying to figure out if it's going to be Theo or Love. That is, honestly, that's what I'm figuring out. I'm trying to figure out. I don't think it'd be Marianne. I don't think Love's going to kill somebody else. She's killed one. She's hit another girl. And I don't think they'll pick Love to do the next kill. I think it's going to be Joe. And I think it's going to be one of them two. I think it's going to be Love or Theo. Could be both of them. But I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick Love, which is crazy. But who knows? Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see. But very interesting. That is going to wrap up episode 6 of season 3 of You. Hopefully, guys did enjoy it. Like I said, very interesting. So, Love, you know, she's still trying to figure out who her soulmate is. She's just saying there to Sherry that she don't think it's Joe, where she's countered saying, mate, you know, a soulmate, pretty bullshit, to be honest. It's kind of like somebody you choose to be with, a life partner. I actually do agree. Like, I think soulmates might be a thing, you know, if you look at someone getting instant connection and you are meant to be. But I do think as well that you can be with somebody that you didn't really have massive feelings for, but the more time you spend, the more you become engaged, the more you like them. Like, have you ever met somebody straight away and you'd never really liked them, and then the more time you spent with them, you thought, you know what, these are all right, and then the more and more you start to get attracted to them. You know, like what I'm saying, like the more time you spend with them, the more time you get to know the personality, the family, the background, their interests, you get more attracted to them. Where at first you wasn't interested in them, you wasn't really thinking of them that way, and you might not even liked them. You know, I've had that before. Like, I've not even liked somebody, and then I've gone out in a social environment and they're there, and you know what? It's like, the more I learned about them, the more I listened to the life stories, I thought, you know what, you are different to what I thought he was. The same way Marianne thought of Joe here. She thought he was a stuck-up rich kid, and when she actually learned about his personality more, you know, at a first glance, in the first conversation, she probably didn't like it, but the more she understood Joe and where he's come from and his background and how he's become to be the person that he is, she kind of been more engaged, and I totally get that. And like she was saying, her, Cherry and Carrie, whatever his name is, they didn't really click straight away. They used to fight all the time, but look at them now. They actually look like they've got a decent marriage as well. He actually supports her, she supports him. And I think it was interesting. She's another one, you know. I wasn't a massive fan of her at the start, just because she slagged everyone off in the background. Like, I felt that she was dead fake. You know, we heard her slagging Love off, and we heard her slag, obviously, Natalie off as well, when he was on the search for the body. So I thought that was a bit disrespectful, but ever since then, she's actually not been that bad. I actually think she's a little bit funny, to be honest. And I like the conversation between Love and her mum as well. Yeah, Love was blaming her mum for all the stuff that's gone wrong in her life, and I kind of get it. Her mum did seem like she was a pretty terrible mum. And she slapped Love last season, so she's an adult and she's still hitting her, so which I do disagree with as well. But Love can't put all the blame on her mum. She is self-destructing and ruining her own self. Like you say, they're saying like the grass is greener, you know, like is your grass not green enough or something? That's what the woman was saying to her. It's like you've got all this stuff, happy life, happy wife, you know, you've got a baby and a husband and you've got a good job, your own bakery. It's still not good enough. You're still looking out there trying to improve it. What, you know, you're trying to ruin it, etc. And it's like, I liked that conversation as well that she had with her mum. It was decent. We had a scare as well, thinking that she was pregnant, which I thought was going to be really interesting, because if Joe found out and he found out it wasn't his, I just couldn't get Love dying out of my head all episode. And the baby, I thought Joe would go out to psycho mode and kill him. And that's why, well, not that's why, but I actually feel like Joe is going to do a kill this season, because we haven't seen one. I do think it's going to be Love, sadly. And I have no indication for that right now. I actually don't. But I feel like once he finds out, or whenever he finds out that she cheated on him, I feel like he's going to go off the handle. And I feel like she might be a casualty or go after Theo. I don't know. It is going to be interesting. But again, Joe, he's already engaged. He's tried to do all of it. Progression, honestly. Like, for Joe, we've seen it. Every 6 episodes in, he's actually tried to hold off so much of his impulsive instincts. After the Natalie episode, the one, well, to be honest, when she was kissing him in the house, he stepped back again, so it did show progression. The only thing he's still consistent with, he still follows him and takes stuff, but then he didn't take Marianne's stuff. He didn't take it, and he has gone and done some snooping, but then he's tried to retract it, and he was kissing, and he tried to pull away. So, again, he's still doing it, and he's still wrong, and it's bad, but for Joel's aspect, it's progression a little bit, but she's trying to say it as well. She don't want to, destroy a happy marriage. She don't want to take, break up a mum and dad for Henry, but then she still went in for a kiss as well, but then he pulled away. So they're interesting. Her husband as well was a guy from the news. Now, he does seem pretty annoying, and he seemed like he was going to fly off the handles and knocked all the books on the floor. And is it a coincidence that the sprinklers come on? Who knows? Because when he was in there together just then, the sprinklers did turn back on, and clearly he wasn't there. So, I don't know. I thought that he may try to sabotage the books, just as another way of, getting at her, trying to bully her, so to speak. But I'm going to write that off that it was an accident. It worked out in Joel's favour. He did get his kiss. But like I said, we've got 4 episodes left. Love's just propositioned that she's going to go round to his house next doors, and she's going to try and use the crush that Theo's got on her so that she can gain more information on Matt and what he's got on the people in the neighbourhood. But I feel like that's going to enhance a relationship with Theo, which she might sleep with him again and Joe might find out. But I also think that with this one here that's going on with Marianne, I feel like that's going to progress as well. And I feel like maybe both of them find out each other's cheating and both of them go after each other. Would be exciting, but I can't wait for the next one. So thanks for clicking on today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.